Hey, what's up, everybody? You're listening to TechWares. Today is June 7th, 2024, and I want to talk about Qualcomm Snapdragon X series. That is the X Elite and also the X Plus. These are processors from Qualcomm that are going to be powering a lot of laptops, upcoming laptops, ARM-based laptops. All right, they're going to be running Windows on ARM, and it's just an exciting time for PC enthusiasts for technology. So here's some Copilot Plus devices powered by the Snapdragon X series processors. All right. So yeah, this was announced May 20th, and I think they're gonna be like launching. Like people are gonna get their pre-orders. I think in 2 weeks. I think it's June 18th. I think so. As you can see, here's the Snapdragon X Elite processor. It's gonna be powering all these uh, laptops from different manufacturers. You have Acer, you have Dell, Asus, you have the Microsoft Surface, you have Lenovo, Samsung, HP. So all the manufacturers are on board, and they're really, if you have this many manufacturers that are on board for a new processor, that means they believe in it. They know it's good. They've tested it. They've seen it. They know more than us currently, right? And then you have the X Plus, which is also powered by some laptops and Surfaces and things like that. The X Elite is more powerful than the X Plus, but X Plus is still good. So there's that. I can't wait for Windows on ARM devices powered by Snapdragon X series to check it out, especially for gaming. So I noticed this. I came across this. Qualcomm accelerates development for Copilot Plus PCs with a Snapdragon dev kit for Windows. Check out this mini PC, guys. This is a dev kit. It's still a PC, it's for developers and things like that. But look how nice this is, man. This is powered by the Snapdragon X Elite, and this is mini PC. So I hope Qualcomm actually sells this just to, not just developers, but they open up the sales for everybody because this would make a great mini PC, mini ARM based PC, right? So over here they say it is purpose built with the configurability and programmability. I can't say those words early in the morning. Developers need to create, debug, and test apps and experiences for the many upcoming laptops based on Snapdragon X series. So the Snapdragon Dev Kit for Windows is available today. Okay, you can pre-order it. With retail availability on June 18th, it will cost $900. Okay, so that's kind of pricey. However, it is for developers, not really for the average, consumer. So yeah, cool that you can pre-order it right now. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah, okay, this is just to sign up for the pre-order. I was hoping you could see the specs of it, but it is what it is. Okay, so I came across this article on PC World. However, it was taken down. I'm not sure why they took it down. It was posted on June 4th, um, and then they took it down. When you go to the original page for it, it doesn't. Here, I'll just do this. Open a new tab. So as you can see, it is not found. It seems like they have taken it off PC World. However, I did use the Wayback Machine, sorry, and I pulled the article back up. So it says Qualcomm won't ever be done optimizing PC games for Snapdragon. So over here it says it's going to be an ongoing challenge to ensure that you can game on Snapdragon X Elite. So since they're they're the newcomer, right, to um, PCs, like PC devices and things like that. They need to optimize their hardware for the already available and upcoming games, because people are going to be gaming on these Snapdragon X series devices. All right, so the article says one of the outstanding questions that remain for PCs built upon the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite, not just X Elite, but also just the X series, Elite M Plus, is just how well they'll run, especially games, because it is running Windows on ARM, and software needs to be optimized to run on Windows on ARM, right? So Qualcomm executives said recently that they've made great strides, but that you probably shouldn't expect every game will run perfectly. Okay? Put put it another way, it sounds like Qualcomm will do its best, but so in a call with reporters last Friday, Eric Demers, a senior vice VP of engineering at Qualcomm, said that Qualcomm will never be done optimizing games. The Adreno X1 GPU inside the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite runs at about 1.5 gigahertz, about 50% higher than any other mobile GPU that Qualcomm produces. They say we knew last year that Qualcomm had attracted unprecedented support from PC makers, and that's true. And just like I've showed you right here, um, all these PC makers are all on board the Snapdragon X series train. There is an argument to be made that Qualcomm is the belly of the ball at Computex 2024. All right. Still, there are no overtly gaming laptops built on Snapdragon. Overtly. So, traditional x86 chip makers, AMD and Intel, have been quick to point out that you won't need to worry about application compatibility with their processors. All right. They'll just work. That hasn't been the case historically with Qualcomm. With the Snapdragon X Elite, it may be a challenge for Qualcomm just to keep up with the pace of new releases. All right, and we saw that with Intel's efforts on their Intel Arc graphics, which were they just released. They're the newcomer in the discrete graphics card arena, right? So they've made long strides, and now they've kind of finally caught up. So uh, Intel has done a great job with the drivers for the Intel Arc discrete graphics cards. All right. So at the beginning, it says over here, that they suffered poor unoptimized drivers. All right. However, now they've made great progress on that. So Devers from Qualcomm was asked if the Snapdragon X Elite would follow suit. So this is what he said. I don't know exactly how much improvement they got, Devers replied, but we are working day and night to improve things. I can tell you that even the last few months, we've done some improvements on some applications. There were 30 times improvements in performance. I mean, really, 30 times faster. There were crashes initially. Devers said all of that is hopefully getting cleaned up, but it's going to take a long time. If you look on Steam, there's probably 100,000 games on there. We're going to take a while to get through it. I think we've got through the top 200, and there's a lot of optimization left to be made. See, they're very smart because, and it's kind of logical thing to do, right? Because you have to target the top games being played. That's who you have to optimize for first. And then you have to optimize for the upcoming releases, and then you can kind of start optimizing for those odd games, that older titles that people still play, and people need to will want to play. So you have to go back and fix those and optimize for those. It's a challenge. However, I think Qualcomm can do it because Intel's doing it, and Qualcomm, their software engineers and their teams, they're just as big as Intel's. I'm pretty sure they're just as competent, and I think they can get it done. So, and then he goes on to say, I actually don't think we'll ever be done. Dever said, that is just the truth. We're getting into a marathon mode where we just have to keep that pace, make sure we can get through key and important games out quickly, and just go through everything and see what we can improve in the future as well. So they got the right idea. So they've shown how games run on Snapdragon X on Baldur's Gate 3, popular title, of course. So he goes on to say, we started with the top 20, then the top 50, then the top 200. There are still in the top 200 some games that, because of anti-cheat, and there's various different platforms that support that, couldn't run at all, and we're still working on that. Many of them have moved over and either have ARM native or ARM compatible solutions. Now there's still a few, so we haven't gotten to those as well, to those yet. But I'm hoping we make a lot of progress in the coming months. All right. Devers said Qualcomm plans to release Adreno drivers. This is important right here. Adreno drivers, which is Adreno GPU graphics drivers for ARM on a monthly basis. So they're planning to update their graphics driver monthly currently. All right, via Qualcomm's website as well as Windows Update. This is this is far more frequent than we will do on Android. So our plan is to roll out performance improvements on a very regular basis, bug new features, and keep it updated very regularly. Devers said. So yeah, there it is, guys. Qualcomm is committed to improving and optimizing their hardware and software stack to better uh, work with games, right? Optimizing PC games. It's hard. It's tough. I think they can make it happen. I really want this, this mini PC right here. Maybe I'll reach out to Qualcomm Snapdragon and be like, hey man, can you hook me up, please? I wanna test it out. I wanna play around with it. I'll report um, any bugs or any glitches I see, and hopefully we can improve. As a enthusiast, I can help improve, um, Snapdragon, Qualcomm software, and I just want to be part of the train that, because I'm excited, right? It's a new player to the game of the PC. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, everyone. Peace. It's kind of a long video too.